I'm breaking out, I'm breaking in. I just can't help this state I'm in. I'm on my way, y'all. So put your shades on, this light's so bright, it's blinding. I'm radiating love, I'm radiating love, I'm radiating love. Breaking free, I'm breaking ground. I can't explain this thing I found. The clouds have moved on. I got my groove on. This pep in my steps infectious. I'm radiating love. I'm radiating love. I'm radiating love. I've been stuck in a rut. I've been shit out of luck. I've been wondering what is up with me. And then I realized it's up to me to decide. I can just be radiating love. I'm radiating love. I'm radiating love. Radiating love, radiating love, radiating love,
You are an irresistible magnet with the power to attract unto yourself everything that you desire. Hello, everybody. Welcome. I'm the Reverend Jay Willick. I'm the spiritual leader and the lead minister, whatever you want to call me, here at the New Thought Spiritual Center. And this is our Sunday celebration. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. We are so happy that you have brought your consciousness here into our community, right here on the internet, in the world. This energy is so profound. It's so great to have you all with us this morning. We have some great folks helping us bring inspiration and joy and music to our hour today. And happy Hanukkah, by the way. Yes, it is Hanukkah. Hanukkah has started just a couple of days ago, and we wish you all a great festival of lights. So let's get right into why we are here, who we are, and I want you to watch this little video about our statement of principles. Our 2020 theme is perception. And the month of December theme, wrapping it up with a bow.
Our purpose is to reveal the divinity in you by awakening our heart, mind, and imagination to the universal creative force within. Our vision is to vibrate at the speed of the divine, experiencing our best self by being a clear, luminous, and dynamic force for good, with love always being the answer. And our mission, to use the principles and tools of the science of mind and spirit, new thought, neuroscience, and ancient wisdom to bust through, soar, and zoom into our greatest life, sharing that gift with all.
Yeah, sharing that gift with all. And that's what we're about, sharing that gift of this philosophy, this teaching, this new thought, this idea of bringing our thoughts, our feelings, our beliefs, and using that power, that God-given power, to manifest what we desire into our lives. This month, we are highlighting our vision statement, which is vibrate at the speed of the divine. The eye with which I see God is the same eye with which God sees me. Powerful, powerful statement by Meister Eckhart. So, vibrating at the speed of the divine. What does that mean? What do you do? How do you do that? We're going to talk a lot about that today. Reverend Barbara Altman is with us to bring us our sacred reading and our affirmative incantation today. But first of all, let's put us into our sacred moment for this morning. I'm going to ring the bell and step into our sacred moment. Your home will become your sacred space. And together we'll step into some guided meditation with a prayer written by Ernest Holmes, who wrote the book, The Science of Mind. But first, let's step in to our sacred space. Allow that to ring throughout your home, or wherever you are right here and now. Let's know together that in this space we are one. We are part of the mind of God. We are part of the one indestructible intelligence. Let's close our eyes if that's comfortable for you and take a deep breath together. Hold it in 3, 2, 1, then let it out through your mouth. Let's repeat that. Fill your lungs. Hold it 3, 2, 1, and let it out. Now go ahead and breathe normally. Put your feet on the ground or maybe cross-leg them. We want to connect to Mother Gaia, to the Mother Earth. Allow her energy to come forth from the core of this planet, up through our feet and around to the bottom chakra, the bottom energy level of our body there at the base of our spine. And allow that energy to then reconnect to the planet, to Earth, so that we are in a circle, a divine circle of the energy from the Mother Gaia, going up through our feet and our legs, and around and down our spine, down that magic grounding cord that we create from the base of our spine to the core of this planet. And then open your heart as you open your arms, maybe just metaphorically, if you like, and allow the cosmic energy from all around us, from the universe, to come in. Call it in, and feel that energy hitting your hands, the palms of your hands, the top of your head, and allow it to flow down like sunshine, down through your body. Your heart so open, so ready to receive the divine intelligence and the divine love. And breathe. If your eyes aren't closed or at a soft focus, there's a moving mandala for you to watch, to look at. With the very light music in the background, as I read to you something that Ernest Holmes wrote, a prayer that he wrote, a prayer for world peace. I know there is but one mind, which is the mind of God, in which all people live and move and have their being. I know there is a divine pattern for humanity. And within this pattern, there is infinite harmony and peace, cooperation, unity, and mutual helpfulness. I know that the mind of man, the mind of women, the mind of all, he, she, they, being one with the mind of God, shall discover the method, the way, and the means best fitted to permit the flow of divine love between individuals and nations. Thus, harmony, peace, cooperation, unity, and mutual helpfulness will be experienced by all. I know there shall be a free interchange of ideas, of cultures, of spiritual concepts, of ethics, of educational systems, and of scientific discoveries. For all good belongs to all alike. I know that because the divine mind has created all, each and every one of us, that we are bound together in one infinite and perfect unity. In bringing about world peace, I know that all people and all nations will remain individual but unified for the common purpose of promoting peace, happiness, harmony, and prosperity. I know that deep within every person, the divine pattern of perfect peace is already implanted. And so I now declare that in each person and in each leader of thought everywhere, that this divine pattern moves into action and form to the end that all nations and all people shall live together in peace, harmony, and prosperity forever. Peace, harmony, and prosperity, that is what we know. That is what we contemplate. That is what we meditate upon in this very moment. Breathe deeply. God is. And release it. I am that peace. I am that prosperity. I am that unification. I am harmonized with all humankind, with all divine nature. As we begin to wiggle our fingers and wiggle our toes, bringing our consciousness back to the sacred space in your home, Let us know that in this idea of peace, in this practice of peace, we put our hands on our hearts and know that we release this idea of healing. Release it so that we can spread it throughout to those who need healing physically, to those in need of healing emotionally, mentally, spiritually. We bring our healing powers brought through us, through divine intelligence and divine love to all those who feel suffering, to all those who feel grief, to so many who are feeling overwhelmed, out of place, in fear of harm's way, who feel these numbers being thrown at us from all sides. We now take in this healing power to relieve the power that these numbers, the power that this grief, the power that this idea of a pandemic, this idea of being locked down, this idea of not knowing where to turn, that it be healed in this moment. For the power and presence of Spirit brings forth this divine healing. And I know it for everyone who calls upon it to receive it here and now, to allow it to bring forth inspiration within their minds, within their hearts, within their guts, within their very soul, the inspiration of what to do, what to believe, how to feel, to bring peace and harmony in their lives, in their minds, with their families, in their hearts, right here and right now. With great gratitude, I know for each and every one of us this truth, this knowing, this healing. As together we release this word into the universe that says yes, that provides. And together we say, and so it is. Thank you for joining me with that. I have heard and I, of course, read, and people are calling me and talking to me about this numbness, about this heartbreak that happens as we hear about these new statistics that keep coming at us. But we know healing is here. Healing is not only on its way, it has arrived. And as we believe that, and as we allow that, then this pressure begins to dissipate. This fear begins to dissipate. And even though we stay safe, and even though we follow these ideas, these rules, these regulations, these safety protocols, we know we are protected. And we know through opening our hearts to this healing, to this peace, and to this power, we also keep away from our individual lives the effects that could be had in this situation, the condition. We spiritually turn away from the condition. Continuing our assistance with that, I want to bring on Reverend Barbara Altman today. She is our sacred reader, and she is one of our sacred members of our board of trustees and one of our ministers here at the New Thought Spiritual Center. We are so proud and happy to have her consciousness with us. And Barbara, welcome, and thank you for being with us today. And I am going to leave it to you to bring wisdom, prayer, and our affirmative affirmation. I almost said it. Our affirmative incantation for the week to us. My friends, Reverend Barbara.
Thank you. Hello, everybody. I am, again, looking forward to the day when we can all be together again. I miss your faces. I miss the hugs, but I feel your spirit. So let's start today with, some weeks I know exactly what it is that I want to talk about. But this week I wasn't sure what I wanted to say. So I looked at Jay's talk title, Lay Down Your Burdens, which sounds really good right now. And I looked to his affirmative incantation for inspiration. And the thing that stood out for me was peace. Peace in my heart, peace of mind, inner peace. And of course, that's just what I need to talk about, and certainly what I need to hear right now. So, sometimes I feel like I'm repeating myself, like I'm saying the same things every time that I talk. And I know that's a thing that ministers have to deal with. But the thing is, even though I'm maybe talking about the same sort of things, each time I'm coming at it from a different angle, it feels different. And right now, I'm really tired of saying, with all that's going on out in the world, all that's going on out in the world, because lately, it's always something. And it's made me a bit cranky and short-tempered lately. Just ask Gary. Anyway, all things considered, I'm doing very well, but I'm starting to get really tired of allowing myself to be buffeted by these external storms and not being my best self. I've allowed myself to feel what I'm feeling. That's very important. That's good. And now I feel like it's time to move away from circumstances and to lay that burden down. It's time for me to create my own deep and unshakable peace. It's time for me to go within and tend my inner garden, to pull up all of those weeds that I've been allowing to grow, and to instead plant those thoughts, ideas, and feelings that I want to see flourish in my life. It's time for me to meet with my own soul and to rediscover my superpowers of peace, forgiveness, love, and even joy. And those superpowers, they're within each one of us. And they're there just waiting for us to reconnect with them. And the truth is, it's not that hard to do. It's all about remembering who we are and getting quiet enough, still enough to hear that still small voice within. And it's in that inner stillness that we meet our true selves. Today's reading is from Ralph Waldo Emerson from Spiritual Laws. He wrote, "Place yourself in the middle of the stream of power and wisdom, which flows into you as life. Place yourself in the full center of that flood. Then you are without effort, impelled to truth, to right, and a perfect contentment." A perfect contentment. So now I would like to proceed with Jay's affirmative incantation. So that perfect contentment. Peace in my heart out pictures as peace in my life and in the world. My peace of mind is a reflection of the Christ consciousness I share with all kind. Since my word affirms this step, and the next step, and the next, I shall speak it full of faith and conviction. I now reveal all that is hidden, which has blocked my way. And I declare that all energies that are revealed shall now be reduced, reused, and recycled into the universe for a greater cause, a greater purpose, a positive light. I do not ignore, I reveal. I will not forget. I make apology and forgive. I am not reminding, I am releasing. I detox and declutter, forgiving myself and others for any and all transgressions. I choose to lay down my regrets. I choose to lay down my trespasses. I choose to lay down my arms of negativity. I shall let the rain wash away the hurt and pain and to heal. In this moment, I claim my freedom from any guilt, shame, blame, or woe is me. That history no longer holds me from my beautiful, abundant, positive, peaceful, healthy, happy, joyous, and prosperous life. I now allow peace of mind, a clear conscience, the Christ consciousness, and ease of the body to dominate my mind and outpicture in my life. I joyously sing praises and gratitude for the cleansing of my soul and the song of hallelujah that echoes in my heart. Amen. Beautiful affirmation. And now, if you'd like to join me in going deeper into that truth, just close your eyes if that feels comfortable, whatever it takes to get into that space of receptivity. Right here, right now, knowing that God is all there is, that presence, that power, and knowing that that is within me and within each and every one of us. Right here in this moment, I claim peace is in my mind. Peace is in my heart for each of us. That deep inner and outer peace, peace in our lives and in the world. And in this moment, I release and lay down anything that seems unlike it. And I claim the truth that we have all we need. Each one of us has all that we need within us for health, that each and every cell in our bodies is working for our optimal well-being, that vitality, that energy, and for prosperity, that we have all we need and more to share and to spare. And in our relationships, with our family, with our friends, with ourselves, we forgive anything that we have decided needs forgiving. And instead, we just stand in love, knowing that we are all connected. Even when we don't see each other, we are all one. And I claim that divine creative expression within each of us, that divine beingness, knowing that it expresses freely and fully, individually, as each one of us. And I am so grateful for all of this, for all of you, knowing that it is all God expressing perfectly, that we are all surrounded by and filled with that all good, that we are powerful points of the divine. And in gratitude, I just release this, knowing that it is the absolute truth. I just allow it to be and let it go. And together we say, And so it
it is.
Yay.
Yay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
So funny. I don't know if people heard me laughing in the background in the beginning of your talk, but that's so true. But it's interesting, and people out there may not understand it, and it's sort of like the magician showing their tricks. There's only a couple things we're teaching, right? There's only a couple of things we're talking about, and how they relate in different parts of our lives is how things change when we talk about these things. Yes?
Yes.
So thank you so much.
You're very welcome.
Reverend Barbara will be back and give us a little more prayer later on. I want to read you a little introduction that I put together for our music this morning. In 1969, with the Vietnam War raging thousands of miles away, a 22-year-old singer-songwriter named Melanie Safka, without any hits to her name, who had never performed for more than a few hundred people, now got in front of over 100,000 people in upstate New York on August 15th, just before about 11 p.m. at Woodstock. And she was greeted by an audience lighting candles and lighters in an effort to psychically beat back the pouring rain that was occurring at that time of night at Woodstock, and to let all know that everything was okay, to let all the people who maybe hadn't been there in the concert section of the Woodstock Festival, that all was good. We were happy, we were happening, we were listening to music. And she is quoted as saying that, "I went on as an unknown and I came off the stage as a celebrity. It was this incredible flow of human power being directed toward me. And I got to see the hillside light up like so many fireflies, a literal visual of the world that was black and white and brown harmony, unity and power. This was the world. The dream," she asks. "You may say I'm a dreamer," she says. "Candles in the rain." So I'm going to play a video for you. I want to thank Melanie for making this available. It's Melanie Safka with the Edwin Hawkins Singers in a 1972 concert she had in the Netherlands, singing "Lay Down, Candles in the Rain." Watch.
We were so close, there was no room. We bled inside each other's wounds. We all had caught the same disease, and we all sang the songs of peace.
We were so close, there was no room. We bled inside each other's wounds. We all had caught the same disease, and we all sang the songs of peace. Some came to sing, some came to pray, some came to keep the dark away. So pray, was high, oh, if you know we could stay black again tonight. Oh, pray, my love again. And if you knew we could stay dry again tonight.
Melanie Safka, Netherlands. How'd you like those groovy clothes those folks were wearing in 1972? So part of the lyrics from the Melanie song Lay Down Candles in the Rain are, we were so close, there was no room. We bled inside each other's wounds. We all had caught the same disease, and we all sang the songs of peace. Part of the wrapping up with a bow theme this month includes wrapping up our past that lingers in the dis-ease of shame, blame, guilt, and pain. We want to purge its energy and send that energy off to the universe to be used for better purposes so that it doesn't hold us back or leave some shadow in our belief system of not deserving a best life. We all of us, me too, we all have wounds from causing wounds, a bit of disease from hurting someone else, as well as the hurts we've experienced. We all have them. However, we also have the ability to create a field, a synergy, an energy within that can be used to change our consciousness and the beliefs that attract these conditions. Our spiritual practices create the field, a field of release, a field of healing, a field of forgiveness. Ernest Holmes wrote, "Wake up. Your word is all powerful. Your consciousness is one with omnipotence. Your thought is infinite. Your destiny is eternal, and your home is everlasting heaven. Realize the truth. I am living in a perfect universe. It always was perfect and always will be perfect. And our perfect use of it, through our perfectly cleansed, our squeaky clean belief system, brings into our lives what we have envisioned to be. We have the ability to clear our subconscious or subjective mind, to open ourselves up and release ourselves from the tyranny of our past woes, our past worries, our past mistakes, our past behaviors, and not to render us not guilty, but to free us so that we can move forward through this past and step into our potential and manifest our best, and thus give back, be able to give back, be able to be of service, be able to be part of the consciousness of world peace, of world healing at full force. The deep love of self is a transactional and transformational intelligence. When heart connections are made, our neural pathways, all of them, and I've talked about this before, the neural pathways, of course, in your brain, the neural pathways that are in your heart, as well as many that are in your gut, these neural pathways, they expand and they wise up. And we reveal an inner peace that is there as we vibrate at the speed of the divine, as we tap into the divine within. They are there to reveal inner peace and thus world peace. And that is because peace exists in us. We hide it in the shadow, we hide it in past transgressions, whatever you want to call it, but we can release them so that we can release that peace that exists in us, that is our birthright. You know, if you take a candle into a cave, you'll have a little light in the cave. But if you bring, for example, 8 candles, happy Hanukkah again, 8 candles, then you can light these other candles with that one candle and thus increase the light. That is what we want to do. We want to increase the light. We want to give the light of the peace that is within by exploring and then releasing past pain and guilt and blame and shame and all that stuff. In doing that, we can optimize our manifestations. Optimize what shows up in our lives. Don't you want to do that? I want to do that. I've been working on this week. I've been working on this idea of digging in deeper, using my spiritual tools to dig in deeper and release this junk that is in my way. And much of that junk doesn't even show up in self-talk. Melanie's song reminds us to lay down, let it all down. Let your white birds smile up at the ones who stand and frown. The white bird, the dove in your heart, it's time to release it, to let it smile up all the frowns and habits of our past, of the transgressions, of the hurts, of the pain, of the sorrow, of the shame, regret, guilt, whatever. Abraham Hicks wrote, when people ask us how long does it take for something to manifest, we say, it takes as long as it takes for you to release the resistance. It could be 30 years, it could be a week, it could be tomorrow afternoon. It could be right this second when we release the resistance, and the resistance is found in our fears, in our shame, blame, guilt, regrets. Release the resistance. Because the manifestation work you're doing, whether it's intentional or unconscious, that work is done immediately by the universe. The universe picks it up, the law picks it up and works on it right away. But what it looks like has to do with what you believe and where you stand. I had a dream that I met the law of cause and effect, the law of attraction, whatever you want to call that law. But I met the law. Now, I won't tell you what she looked like or what she was wearing. It was my dream. Have your own dream. But I met the law. And the law was taking me on a tour. And we entered this huge area. It was infinite, rows and rows and rows of stuff. It made like an Amazon warehouse look like a mom and pop shop. Infinite possibilities is what was going on here. And we were walking along and I'm looking at stuff and all of a sudden I see my name. Like it's a, place for all my stuff. And I said, hey, hold on, wait a minute. This is my stuff? And she said, well, yeah, of course. Whatever you want, whatever you require or declare, or you're going to require or declare, it's all here. There's infinite possibilities. See how far back it goes? Forever and ever and ever. And it's just waiting for you, she tells me, to reveal that in your life. So, yeah, it's your row of stuff, you could say. And I looked at it, and it just went on forever. I mean, anything, anytime, any idea at all. It just goes on forever. It was right there. And I just thought, that's so great. Look, there it is. Boxes and labels of all kinds of things, all kinds of ideas. And then I noticed something that I had already received, And I said, hey, I remember getting that. And, when it showed up in my life, it didn't really look as nice as that. And she said, well, that's because you were standing on the corner. I said, what? The corner? What are you talking about, standing on the corner? And she said, well, when those things were delivered, she says to me, you have to be on truth trail. And as a truth trail, she said, yeah, when that thing that you're looking at was being delivered, you were standing on the corner of Truth Trail and Fear Avenue. So that color, that filter, the experience you had because you were standing at the corner. And I was like, huh? What does all that mean? But then, we were walking and we continued walking and I kept noticing things. Of course, I'm looking at my stuff and I'm noticing things in my life. And there was things that never really happened so far yet. And some things that I had wanted and desired. And I said, hey, wait a minute. What happened to that? I was standing on Truth Trail. I did treatment for it and everything else that is required to bring that into my experience. And the law said, no, I heard you, she said. It was being delivered, but you weren't on Truth Trail, my friend. You were on I don't deserve it drive. If you're not on Truth Trail, it just doesn't show up. And I kept looking and I said, geez, what about that? And she said, don't even ask. You are on lack lane, buddy. And when you're on lack lane, everything is tainted. Now, I tell you this story because I want you all to join me in digging in, delving deeper into your spiritual mind practices, whatever those are. There are so many, but dig in deeper, delve in deeper, pay forward in mental coin so that the stuff you require, the attitudes you require, the relationships you require, the peace of mind shows up as you desired it, as you pictured it, as you wanted it, as it is there in that warehouse. And let me encourage you to stay on Faith Freeway or Belief Boulevard or Spirit Street if you can't be on Truth Trail. Because UPS, the Universal Prosperity Service, they're going to deliver that. And you want to be at the right address to get the right and perfect delivery. Our belief sets the limit to the quality of our demonstration through a principle which is limitless. And from a universal warehouse, as in my dream, that is full of infinite possibilities, ready to fill everything you require through the law. So it's not a question of its willingness or of its ability. It's entirely a question of our own receptivity and our freedom from shame, blame, guilt, or regret. If you find your thoughts and beliefs flavored by any of that lack junk, keep praying. Keep treating your mind with love, backed by knowing your power. It's like I've said before, it's like holding that glass of dirty water and you start pouring in the mental equivalent of clean, fresh water, of prosperity, of health, of whatever into that glass with love and gratitude-filled ideas and peace and prayer and spiritual practice. And soon that dirty water will become clean and fresh and ready and open. In the Gospel of Thomas, Yeshua is quoted by saying, if you bring forth what is within you, what you bring forth will save you. If you do not bring forth what is within you, what you do not bring forth will destroy you. What you bring forth, what you put out there, what you release through the power of the speed of the divine that is within you right here and right now is that junk that gets in your way. That regret, that shame, that blame, that guilt. La, 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 la. It's in your way. And if you don't get it out of you, if you don't remove it, if you don't sit in peace with it, it will get in your way. It will bring all those things in the universal warehouse in a different light, maybe even tainted. Take a look at what beliefs and decisions you inherited from your family or adopted from society, what beliefs and decisions you have regarding your mind and body, beliefs and decisions you have about your family and love relationships, beliefs and decisions you have about your friends, your money, your community, your world. What beliefs and decisions do you have about your higher self and source and God? And those terms for God, the divine intelligence, whatever. Where do you stand on those things right now, today, no matter what's going on around you right now, today? Because in order to relieve the burden, you got to create a gnosis. A gnosis is an understanding that allows you to release them in the revelation process. And that's what you're going to go through. A revelation process, you're going to reveal these things so you can let them go, let the energy of those things be rid of from your whole consciousness. And then you can decide what you are for, not what you're against, what you're for. And what you're for is the forgiveness of all of that. You're for the conscious eradication of any evil intentions that you might have within you. You are for a forward movement of divine love and intelligence in your life, in your mind, in your body, your soul, in your divine matrix, intentionally activating in your consciousness and physical reality. Since the explosion of the first atom bomb, we have read about the possibility of a physical chain reaction that might destroy civilization as we understand it. But there is another kind of energy, and this is Ernest Holmes talking again, that is even more important. And this is the energy of faith, of affirmative prayer and spiritual meditation. There is no reason to doubt that in the field of spiritual consciousness, a chain reaction could be created which would bless the world. It's not about the bills, my friends. It's not about the kids. It's not about the elderly. It's not about the outside conditions or the government. It's the burdens in our minds, the darkness in our soul, which must be revealed, laid down, and released. So as Melanie says, raise the candles high, because if you don't, we could stay black against the night. Raise them higher again. And if you do, we could stay dry against the rain. Lay down. Lay it all down. Lay down your burdens. And celebrate the holidays with freeing ourselves of our burdens, wrapping it up in a bow, and taking a stand and making a stand on Truth Trail. Thank you so much. Namaste. Let us know here and now that these words have brought meaning, have brought inspiration into our lives. And in this meaning, in this inspiration, we use the powers of the presence within us to release the burdens of shame, blame, guilt, regret, and whatever from our consciousness. So now it's time for our conscious contributions, our tithes, whatever you want to call them. Your support of this spiritual community, your spiritual community, knowing that soon, the best time, but soon we will be in person again, as well as on the internet. We will stay with these broadcasts, but we will be in person again to, like Reverend Barbara said, hug and say hi, eye to eye, in the same physical space. Until then, please support us as we prepare for those coming times. There are many ways you can do that. You can go to the website, newthoughtsc.org, go to the corner, you'll see a donate button. It'll take you to PayPal, and you can use PayPal any way you want. You can just use your credit card if you want. You can also go to Venmo, to capital N, New Thought, capital T dash Spiritual Center, and that you can send your monies through Venmo. You can go to PayPal.me/SC, and that will go directly to your PayPal account, or use the Givelify app and do it that way on your phone. You can send it to us through snail mail, as they call that, and there's the address right there, our office in North Hollywood, and we'll be there to accept it, and many of you do it that way, and we appreciate and love anything. You can send us $1, you can send us $1,000. It's your consciousness of sharing your treasure, which shares your love. You can also find us on social media right there too, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook. And please like us and follow us and subscribe to us and all that good stuff. So let's put our hands in our hearts representing the tithe, the love offering that we are going to give this week, and know together that divine love consecrates my gift. It goes forth to heal, prosper, and bless. It is evidence of my conviction that God is the source and substance of my supply, and I joyously contribute to the vision of my spiritual center, knowing that it returns to me multiplied abundantly And we're going to bring back Reverend Barbara. And if you all would take a deep breath together, close your eyes if it's comfortable for you. And listen as Reverend Barbara brings a spiritual mind treatment, an affirmative prayer, a knowing about the power of your contribution, your love offering this morning.
Knowing that it is indeed powerful. I am so grateful for this message, for this inspiration, and for these gifts, and for each and every one of you, for your time, for your attention, for your intention, for giving to what feeds you spiritually. I know that these gifts are blessed, and that the giver is blessed, and that it supports this center in our growth, in our disseminating of this inspiration, of this light into the community. And I just release this in gratitude, knowing it is perfectly done. And together we say, and so it is.
And so it is. Thank you so much, Reverend Barbara. She'll be back next week. You know, we have a special winter holiday service celebration next week, and we want you all to join us. We have lots of songs and stories, and Reverend Barbara will be here, and Reverend Gary will be here, and Caressa will be here. Steve will be singing with us. I'll be here as well, and Laura Berman will be here as our musical guest, celebrating the winter holidays. Please join us. We're going to have so much fun. And we'll also replay that on the 24th as well. I want to let you know that we are revving up to improve not only our broadcasts, but what's going to happen when we are able to be in person again, and are able for you that live in our area to come to a place and be with us. And we need to build up not only our spiritual bank account, but our physical bank account for that. So please, whatever you can share in your treasure, we, of course, appreciate as well as your consciousness. What else? I want to thank Reverend Barbara. As I said, I want to thank Melanie Safka. I want to thank DJ App, who is there in the background directing and changing cameras and doing all that groovy stuff here on the broadcast. And I want to thank you. Thank you for bringing your consciousness here, for joining us, for being with us, whether it's right now, today on Sunday, or as some of you do, you watch it throughout the week, because I can see the numbers changing as the week goes on, either on YouTube or here on Facebook on my personal page, Jay Willick, and on the New Thoughts Spiritual Center page. We have a blog. We have lots going on, videos on the website. Go to it, newthoughtsc.org, and give us a call. If you need anything, if you need some spiritual guidance, if you need some spiritual mind treatment, Reverend Barbara is here. I am here. Caressa is here. And Reverend Gary is here. We're all here to minister with you, with whatever is going on. Give a call to the office or messenger any of us here on Facebook, or use the email. You can email to us as well, info@newthoughtsc.org or revj@newthoughtsc.org, and we'll get back to you, and we'll make an appointment to know the truth with you. So let us now take a deep breath together. Let us relieve all those burdens that were there. If there were any, maybe there were none. We are blessed with what we need to know, what we need to have, blessed to learn from it and be relieved from the forward use of that beyond learning from it. Let's yawn together right now. In this yawning, we not only clear our lungs, but we clear our minds. Things happen in the brain as we yawn. Yawning is not just for being bored or being tired, it's for clearing the mind, clearing the body. Close your eyes if it's comfortable for you and know with me that this divine mind of intelligence, of love, of grace that we all share, each and every one of us, as well as the plants and the trees and the animals, we all share this divine love, this divine intelligence that it vibrates within each and every one of us. And in this sharing, in this knowing, we have laid down our burdens. We have removed, released, to be returned, reused, and recycled into the universe the energy that was in our way. We are focused now on being open in heart and mind and body and gut, in soul, open to the greatest life we have ever imagined. We are open to it in this release, in this revelation of returning ourselves to vibrating at the speed of the divine and bringing forth into our life, into our nation, into our world, the greatest peace of mind, the greatest peace of physicality, the greatest peace in our pocketbook, the abundance of prosperity in our bodies, in our lives, in our creativity at work, at play, in our relationships. We bring that happiness, that joy, that connection, that beauty, that wisdom right here into our lives because we have laid down our burdens. The white birds are here to inform us of our release. And in the hands of grace, in the hands of the divine, supporting us at every moment, with all the energy surrounding us and the Mother Gaia supporting us as well, we release these burdens and bring forth into our lives this beauty, wisdom, love, creativity, health. And in so doing, we are grateful for this having. We are grateful for this relief. We are grateful for this revelation. We are grateful for this knowing and having and being our best selves. As we release this word to the law and the universal prosperities and the universal warehouse, those universal and infinite possibilities, we release this word into that divine love. As together we say, and so it is, abracadabra, hallelujah, amen, omein, ashe. Open your eyes and let us know together to have a glorious week. Thank you so much for joining us. I want to leave you with a little song. Please enjoy. Happy Hanukkah. Namaste.
I can see clearly now the rain is gone. I can see all obstacles in my way. Gone are the dark clouds that had me blind. It's gonna be a bright, 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 sunshiny day. Gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. I think I can make it now. The pain is gone. All of the bad feelings have disappeared. Here is that rainbow I've been praying for. Gonna be a bright, 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 sunshiny day. Look all around, there's nothing but blue sky. Look straight ahead. bright sunshine